hi guys, welcome back to another Friday 1 hour crafting CBS. I hope that you guys are excited for today's project. So today we're gonna be making a slimline mini album. I have been seeing slimline cards everywhere, so that's what inspired me to try to incorporate that idea into a mini album. And so we're going to be working with one of my mini kits that I do have available on my website. So this one right here is the Stamperia Flowers for You. This is an 8x8 paper pack, and I just think it's perfect for like summer, spring. It's just so happy, and the colors are so vibrant. The kit also comes with your flowers and with a couple of chipboard pieces to embellish the cover, and then of course your chipboard and some of this seam binding as well. So I will also be having a PDF instruction and cutting guide. So for those of you who get the kit, I'm going to email that to you. And before we get started with our project, I wanted to thank the sponsor for this video, who is the Coldest Water. They sent me this beautiful insulated water. I don't know about you guys, but ever since I have been working from home, I kind of forgot to drink water. I haven't kept track of my water intake at all. So I'm super excited to now keep track. And so I have this bottle. This is a 32 ounces. So my goal now is to drink 2 of these bottles a day. I wanted to thank so much to the Coldest Water for sending me this amazing water bottle. It is insulated, it is so easy to carry, and I like that it has a straw because I don't have to keep opening and closing the bottle. And it's also so practical for when I'm crafting, so it's always next to me and I don't have to worry about my water spilling. I have a link down below so you guys can check out their products. They have different sizes and also different colors. So I'm actually thinking I'm gonna get a pink one, and yeah, something to have here at home and something to have on the go. And so now let's go ahead and start with our project. Okay, so we're going to start with our chipboard pieces. So I'm going to cut, or I'm going to need 2 pieces of 4.5 by 8 3/4, and then I went ahead and cut one of 4.5 by 3 inches. And I had the longest time deciding if I wanted to do black base or white. I think I'm gonna do black, but you can of course do any color you like. So I am going to join these 2 pieces here, and we're going to overlap these, and then we're just going to wrap the chipboard to create the base. So I hope this will be long enough. Let's see. Ooh, it's barely makes it, so yeah, I think I can manage that. Okay, so I'm going to glue these pieces. Okay, so let me make sure I have enough room there. So we're gonna put one right here, and then we're going to glue the other 2 on the sides. So now let's go ahead and work on the hinges for this book. So I'm going to cut a long piece of 4 inches, and we are going to score this piece. Let me place it on my scoreboard, and I'm going to start at 2 inches, and then I'm going to do 2 3/4, 3 1/2, 4 1/4, 5 inches. Then I'm going to do 5 3/4, 6 1/2, 7 1/4, 8 inches, 8 3/4. And let me go ahead and count my hinges here: 1, 2, and 3. And then the last one will be at 9 1/2. So then we're going to skip the first 3/4 inch here and join the next 2 together. Okay, press down. Then we're going to skip and join the next 2 and press down, and then we're going to skip and join the next 2 and press down. Okay, and then I'm going to fold them to the other side and also press down. Okay, so now we are going to turn this to the back, and I'm going to add my double-sided tape behind each one of these hinges. So then we're going to peel off the tape and join together. Do the same for the next 2. Add the tape and add the tape. And so now I'm just going to press down. We're going to peel off the tape, join together, and peel off the tape and join together. And then I'm just going to turn this over, and then we're going to add the tape also on each one of the hinges, and you want to put those on both sides. Okay. So then we're going to add the hinges onto our binding, and the 2 score lines on the front and back of the hinge should line up to the spine here. So I'm just going to add my glue. Okay, there we go. And we are just going to add this whole thing right on the back. I also like to add glue here and here just to be safe. Okay, so we're going to line those up with the bending lines, and then we're going to press down and press down on the sides, press down here. Okay, so then we're going to bend one in and the other one. Okay, and there we go. So now we are going to work on the base pages. Okay, you guys, so now we're gonna work on the base pages. So for that, I'm going to need 3 pieces of 8 1/4 by 9 inches. So 8 1/4 by 9, and I'm going to do these ones. So then we're going to score along the 9-inch side at 4 1/4 and 8 1/2. And we're going to do the same for these other 2. So along the 9-inch, we're going to do 4 1/4 and 8 1/2. And then same thing for this last one, 4 1/4 and 8 1/2. And then what we're gonna do is simply fold along the score lines right here, and this is going to be our base page. Now I'm just going to add some double-sided tape right here. Okay, just like that, and I'm going to press down, and then we're going to peel off the tape and close this side, and then there you go. We have our base page, and then I'm going to do the same with these two other pages. Okay, so here we have our 3 base pages, and now we're gonna work on each one at a time. And I'm going to start with 2 pieces of 8.5 by 4.25. So here we go, 4.25 by 8.5, and we are going to score these 2 pieces at 1/2 inch. And this is going to be our page number 1. Okay, so we're gonna, okay, so then I'm going to add my glue on this 1/2 inch section, and we are going to add 1 on each side. Okay, so press down, and then I'm going to open this up and add this other one, and just add that to this side. Okay, and press down. So a quick and easy layout here. Now for the back, I am going to cut 1 piece at 8.25 right here by 9 inches. Okay, 8.25 by 9, and we are going to score at 4.25 and at 8.5. Okay, just like we did for the base page, but this time we're going to add this as a fold out. So I'm going to fold along the score lines right here, and then we're going to add this page along the top of our base page. Okay, so add my glue and just line this up along the top. Super quick and easy layout again. And now we're gonna work on the next page. So for the next page, we are going to cut 4 pieces of 4.25 by 5.5. Okay, so these 4 pieces will come from this one sheet, and then we are going to score at 1/2 inch along the 5.5 inch side. So we're just gonna do half, and we're gonna do half and half one more time. And then I'm going to grab my next base page, and we are going to add 2 on each side. So for this side, I'm going to start with 1. Okay, so right there, press down. Then we are going to add the next one right on top. Add my glue here, right there, press down, and then we're going to do the other 2 on the other side. Okay, so 1 and 2, and just add my glue and line this up along the top or along the side. Okay, so here we go, 1 and 2. So 2 on each side, press down, And then we're going to open this up, and then we're going to close 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, and then we're going to work on the back. Now for that page, we are going to cut 2 pieces of 8.5 by 4.25. Okay, so as you can see, I'm trying to make my layouts at the same time large enough so we can include maybe 2 pictures on each layout, or a large 4x6 as well. And then I'm going to need 1 piece of 4.25 by 5. So I'm just gonna use my scrap pieces. So 5 by 4.25. And then we are going to score at 1/2 inch along the 8.5. Okay, 1/2 inch, and then 1/2 inch along the 5-inch side. There we go. And then for this page, we are going to add these 2 larger ones on the left. Okay, so I'm just going to fold, and I think I'm running out of glue. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 here. Okay, press down. Then I'm going to add this second one right on top, right there. Press down, and then I'm going to open these 2 and add the small one on the right side, just like that. And then this is going to be the closure for these 2 pages. So we're gonna open this up, and then we're gonna have 1 and 2 layouts. And let's move on to the next page. So for this one, I'm going to cut again 4 pieces of 4.25 by 5. Okay, so let's see here, 4.25 by 5. I do want to make sure this is 4.25. Okay, by 5. And 1 piece is going to be 8.5 by 4.25. And then we're going to score along the 8.5 at 1/2 inch. Okay, and along the 5-inch side also at 1/2 inch for all these 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we are going to start with the small pieces. We're going to add them all as a waterfall. Okay, so I'm going to start with the first one here. We're going to line this up on the left. Okay, then we're going to press down. Then we're going to open this up and add the next one. Okay, so press down, add this right here, right next to that 1/2 inch section. Okay, press down, and we're going to open this up, add the next one, again right after that 1/2 inch section, right there. Press down, and then we're going to open that up and add the next one here. There we go. So then we have these 4 pieces, and on the right side I am going to add the 8.5 by 4.25. So I'm just going to add my glue and line this up on the right side. Okay, so then press down, and then we're going to close all of these pieces, kind of like a little waterfall booklet, and then this is going to close right on top, and there you go. And we can actually add 2 more, so I think I'm just gonna do that since I have this left over. So it's gonna be 4, let's see, 5 by 4.25. So I'm going to score also at 1/2 inch and add 1/2 inch here. And then I'm just going to add these 2. Unless you want this area for a larger picture, you can skip these last 2 pages here. Okay, so I'm gonna do 1, and then this last one. Okay, so I'm just going to add my glue, line this up right there, and press down, and there you go. So now we have our waterfall booklets type of page. This is gonna close so the waterfall is hidden, and now let's work on the back. So for this last page, I am going to cut 2 pieces of 9 inches by 4, and here we go, 1 and 2, and then we're going to score at 4.25 and 8.5. So let's go ahead and do 4.25 and 8.5, and same thing for this one, 4.25 and 8.5. And then we're going to fold along the score lines, and we are creating 2 little accordion folds. Okay, so 1 and 2, and let's bring this out, and then you can either put 2 along the top like this, or you can do 1 on the top and 1 on the bottom like that as well. So it will depend on how you want these to open. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 1 on the top right there, and then I'm going to do the other one, okay, along the bottom, just like that. So this will kind of look like a gatefold page, but it is actually an accordion page. Okay, so this will open up like that, and I'm just gonna wait for this to dry, and then this is going to open up and down like that. Okay, so now we're just going to add the pages here. So to add the pages, I am first going to peel out just a section of the tape, and then we're going to find the center here of the base page, which is right there, and then we're going to slide this into the hinge, okay, just like that, and then we're going to remove the tape. Okay, so I'm just going to take that out, and then we're going to remove the tape from the back. There you go. And then I'm just going to do the same for all the pages here. So again, I'm going to find the center and just insert the page, and we're going to press down right here and take out the tape, and then we're going to do the same for the back, and then we are going to do this one more time for this page. So even though this book only has 3 hinges, you can probably see that these pages are pretty chunky. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one right there. Okay, insert this, and then we're going to remove that and remove the tape from the back. And there you go. So now we have all of our pages added. I am going to be adding my design paper, but first let me do two quick layouts for the inside covers. So I'm going to cut two pieces of 9 by 4 1/4, and we are going to score at 1/2 inch along the 9-inch side. But first let me cut the one for the back cover. So this is going to be 9 1/2 by 3 1/2. Okay, and let's go ahead and score these pieces. So again, for the first two, we are just simply going to score at 1/2 inch along the 9-inch side. So 1 and 2. And then for the other piece, we are going to score along the 9 1/2 at 1/2 and at 9. And along the 3 1/2, we're going to score at 1/2 inch. And this will be a long pocket, so I'm just gonna cut these corners out and fold along the score lines right here and right here, and then these ones as well. Okay, so we're just going to fold and fold, and then we're going to add that to our book. So for the front, I'm going to do the two layouts, and we are going to do one on each side. Okay, so I'm going to do one right here. Press down. Oops. There we go. And I'm going to open that up and add this one to the other side. Okay, press down. And then for the center, I'm going to cut one piece here of 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. And let's add this page right in here. Oops, this is too long. Okay, hold on. 8 1/2 right there. Okay, and we're gonna glue this right in between those two layouts. Okay, just to cover that up. I'll put right there, and then we're going to close this and close this. And I'm just gonna press down, and then for the back, we are going to add this as a pocket right there. So I'm going to add my glue on the 3 sides. Let's see here. Here we go. Okay, so we're just gonna put that right on the center. Press down. Press down. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this to dry. And then I'm going to cut just a small little piece to cover that up. And this is going to be, I'm going to do 8 1/4. Okay, and this is about 1 1/2. So I just want to cover this up right here. Okay, we're just gonna put that one right there. Add my glue. And here we go. Press that right there. Okay, and then we're done with our book. and we can decorate. Okay, so first I'm going to cut a piece of 8.5 by 4.5, and that is going to be right here. Oops, maybe it's gonna be 4.25. Okay, and I'm just doing the gold so we can have that pretty shiny edge. And I'm just going to glue this down right here. Okay, and I'll do one for the back also, but let's just do the front for now. And then I picked this beautiful design because of course I love the pink, so I'm just going to cut this at 4 inches, and this is already at 8 inches, so I'm just gonna glue this to the side. Okay, so we're just gonna glue this one right here. Okay, put it right there. So cute. Okay, and then I'm going to play around with my birds. Look how cute are they? And then my flowers, of course. So I'm just gonna take this out, and let's see, maybe I'm going to do these flowers. Oops. Okay, so I kind of want to do 1 and 2, and then the birdies, and then we can do 1 here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna add the other pink flower there as well. Okay, so I think I am gonna use this one because I just like the pink more than the orange. I'm going to back this up on my gold paper right here, and it's beautiful too. Okay, so then I'm just gonna cut this. Okay, and then we're going to do a layer here of chipboard to bring a little bit of volume. So I'm just gonna cut this right here. Okay, and we're gonna glue this down. Okay, and I think I am now ready to glue all of these. I haven't glued this yet. And then I have the beautiful bird cage, but I think that's gonna go on the side. And okay, so I'm going to use my fabric glue for these. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue 1, 2, and 3. I like fabric glue because it gives it a little bit more volume also. And then we're gonna do this one and this one. Okay, just like that. And then we have these little guys right here and that one. Okay, so I'm trying to think, how do I want to put this? I'm gonna put them down. Okay, so, and then you can also emboss and make this like shiny gold. I just don't have the time to do that right now, but that will be cute. Or you can paint it white. That will be really cute too. And then I'm just going to add this right here on the center. And that is going to be our cover. Now for the inside pages, I'm just gonna wait for this to dry a little bit, but I made the pages 4.25 just so we can split this into 2. I'm actually gonna use this for the back cover because I really like this page here, so I'm gonna save that. And so these ones, if we split this exactly in half, we are not actually cutting the message. So I'll show you here how I wanted to add that, and I'm not going to be gluing all of them because I don't have magnets right now, and we have to put the magnets before we glue the pages. Of course, this is not quite dry, so I'm just going to be very careful with that. Okay, so here, for example, we can put let your and then heart sing, or we can open these two and add these two pieces on the inside. Now that is assuming that you don't want to cover that up and put pictures, but you can always use the back side as well if you just want to use these for pictures. So that is one option. And then we have, let's see, I think for the front, for the first page, I am going to use these ones here. These ones are pretty, and so I'm just going to cut these at 7 3/4 by 4. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue the one on the front because again I need to add my magnets on the other ones, and we're just gonna put one right there. Okay, and then for the next page, I think I'm going to use this one here. So I'm just gonna glue this right there, and I like that this is like a pull out because you can pull it out and then you're gonna see the remaining of the message right there, or you can put it here as well, and then you just do pictures in there. I think I'm gonna do that actually, and I'm not gonna cover the rest because again I need to add my magnets. So for the next one here, I'm going to use this design. Again, we're gonna cut this at 4, and then I'm going to do by 7 3/4 for one side. Okay, so that's gonna go right here. Oh, actually it's gonna be a little bit smaller. By 7.5, and that is gonna go right there, and then this one will come on top. So I am going to use this other section right there. So I'm actually gonna trim this right here because I want this to show the pink on the edge. And then I'm just going to pencil mark because I don't remember what that measures, so I'm just gonna pencil mark right there and cut this. And here we go. Okay, so let's glue this down. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue this one first, and then for the back I am actually gonna wait until I have my magnets, because you want to add a magnet here and a magnet here. So I'm going to glue only the side, that way I can add a magnet here later. Okay, but for now that is how that is going to look. And then for the next one, since we have pink, I'm going to switch it up and do maybe, oh, this orange one is so pretty. Okay, here we go. And then I'm going to do, and then for the next one I'm going to go with the orange and just kind of play around with the colors. So I'm just gonna finish up with the back cover right here. So I'm going to add my layer of gold, and then I'm going to use this here. So this is going to be, I think, just 4 inches, and we're gonna glue that on the back. That is so cute, huh? I love these flowers. Okay, so I'm gonna put that right there, this down, and I'm actually going to do the spine, and we're going to glue the bird cage. Okay, so just add a little bit of glue. Oops, there we go. Okay, so then I'm just going to glue this down right there. And there you go. I hope that you guys enjoy making this book with me. Of course, I'm going to be back with the final reveal after I finish adding my magnets and adding the paper. I want to thank you so much for watching, and also I want to thank my sponsor for this amazing water bottle. And don't forget to check out my website if you want to get some of these kits, and also the PDF tutorial that is available right now. Thank you so much for being here today, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.